The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to the February 7th, the wonderful Wednesday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. And let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. And the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, well, that means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want you to know I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But much more important than that, that's this. During this next 60 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone. You can dial on in, 877-927-6648. If you can't dial in, like Lee and HD out here, you can go ahead and send me an email, steve@tfnn.com. Inside the subject heading, please put radio show question, of course, in our Tiger's Den. Well, any ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on wonderful Wednesday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Right now, a little bit of a mixed bag out here. The Dow is slightly red, off 6 points. The S&P up about 2. The NASDAQ 117. Russell's off 22. Semi's down 10. Tranny's off 50. Spot Volatilix is down 50 cents. Trade out at 1763. Gold's off $1. Silver's up a penny. Light sweet crude is up 6 cents. Natural gas up 6 pennies. 30-year Treasury is flat. Leading the charge dollar-wise, the upside, it is Amazon up $63, about 2%. U-Time is up $46, 118%. Chipotle up 46, Google's up 23, Lending Tree 13, Square is up 10. To the downside, MicroStrategy off $42, 6%, Mercado Libre 20, a little over 1%, Restoration Hardware 19 or 3%, Booking Holdings 17, less than 1%, Solar Edge Technologies down 6%, 16 buckaroonies. So let's go take a look at what's going on in the general markets out here. A quiet day. In fact, if we say quiet day, if we just take a look at the short-term index trends out here, you're going to see the ES Mini in the upper left-hand corner, NQ, upper right-hand corner, the Dow in the lower left-hand corner, the Russell 2000 in the lower right. If you take a look at the ES and the NQ, you can see nothing is broken down here, just price trading in between rising and descending trend line support. And the same is true with regard to the NQ. Inside the Dow, slightly, and really a similar, even though I don't have a rising trend line for it, not really doing much in the way of damage, which is kind of interesting. Well, why is it interesting, Steve-O? Well, if we take a look at market breadth right now, and here is the market breadth for the NASDAQ 100 for 4 different time frames. This gives us our 60, our 4-hour, 240-minute, daily, and weekly. When the speed dials get into the red zone, for example, the 60-minute is in the red zone. What does that mean? That tells us that there are 32 instruments of the S&P 500 on a 60-minute time frame trading above the top of its profile, above resistance, whereas there's 46 trading below the bottom of their profile out here. This is, again, the NASDAQ. I might have said the S&P 500. We're taking a look at the NDX. My apology if I did. So 32 of the 100, and I think it's 9 or so instruments above the top, 46 below the bottom. So if we take a look at a 60-minute time frame chart for the NQ, actually, let me switch over and do the ES first. Same type of scenario here. Here on the ES, there's 110 instruments above the top of the profile, 250 below the bottom. But when we take a look at what's going on the 60-minute time frame, let's go take a look at it. Let's pull this up here. it's not really doing much. You can see the Rhodes momentum indicator topping signal. That occurred yesterday, and price has just simply been trading sideways. So you can see the consolidation. It's very clear. Now, that helps us because in this consolidation, let's get a rectangle out here. Let's try to draw it in if we can. When price breaks through this consolidation, the question is, where do we draw that? I like that piercing candle right down there. Let me move this over just a tad. Let's just expand this out to the side. So that's about the consolidation to the downside. To the upside, we're going to use that bearish engulfing candle, a little double top-ish out here. Yeah, so there's your consolidation pattern for the ES Mini. Now, the cool thing is if price breaks to the upside, that gives you a measured move equal to or greater than. So that would tell us that if we get a move to the upside, you would expect that the ES Mini is going to get up into the 4,100 area. Likewise, I'm just rounding here, so don't use that right to the T. Likewise, to the downside, a break of the consolidation to the downside should take you into about the 40-30 level. I have no idea which of these two will occur, but what we do know is that even though market breadth for the 60-minute time frame is in bearish, as a bearish crossover out here, you have this bullish structured 60-minute profile. So what do? Not much, really. Not much at all. Now, the same pattern exists for the NQ. Let me do this here. Let me do this off screen. I have a number of things running, so it takes just a little bit longer for these charts to update. But let me get that going off screen. It'll take me just a moment to do that as well. And then we can come back and take a look at it. So again, inside the S&P 500, it's just a 60-minute time frame that has that negative crossover. What we can do, just out of curiosity, I'm sure somebody asked the question out there, well, where's that weakness coming from, Steve-O, in the 60-minute time frame? It's an excellent question. So we take a look at the sectors that make up the S&P 500. Well, we can see that in the red zone on a 60-minute basis, you've got the energy sector, you have the building and materials sector, you've got the healthcare sector, the financials, oh my goodness, industrials, staples, holy cow, you've got almost everything. I do mean almost everything. The discretionary as well. Technology even. Pretty impressive how the market has held up with each of these 60-minute time frames. So really, I should have started off by saying the only two that have a bullish crossover are utilities and the real estate sector. Otherwise, as I look at my screen here on a 60-minute basis, all of those other sectors have that bearish crossover. Something to think about. Let's go take a look at the NQ out here for its 60-minute time frame. As we pull this chart over, we're going to see something similar. You too can draw that sideways consolidation pattern. It's not as clear from the consolidation as the ES Mini is. The bottom here is pretty well established. So let's draw that in. It's the top that really isn't. So I'm probably stretching it to say that there is a consolidation going on inside of the NQ. No, I take that back. You got those two bars, those two 60-minute bars. That's going to qualify. So I take that back. The bottom of the consolidation, though, really right in about here. You could go a little bit lower because of that bullish engulfing candle from about 4 or 5 hours ago. But nonetheless, we just have this consolidation, the same play. If we get a break to the upside or the downside, there should be a measured move equal to or greater than that consolidation. Is that going to take place today? No idea. But this consolidation can last for a while. And so it at least will last until we get back from this first breakout here. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. When we get back, we'll go take a look at the questions that have come in right now. One from HD and another from LB. Steve Rhodes with TFNN.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today.
Hey there, I'm Andy Arbertine with Tiger Precious Metals and Stones. Whether you're looking to buy and sell precious metals or trying to find the perfect diamond ring, I'm here to help. I have over 15 years of experience with diamonds and precious metals. You can call me directly at 727-329-8245, and I will personally answer any questions you have and help you find exactly what you're looking for. I will be your personal concierge in the metal and stone business. Give me a call today, 727-329-8245.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go to our first question out here. This one coming in from HD, and HD wants to take a look at CGC, Canopy Growth Corporation. HD is, I'm looking to go long CGC at a little over $30. Well, it's $29.99, so it's on sale right now. But it looks like it might drift down to about 25. Well, we've got 27.29 as one possibility. So right now, HD, price is trading below the bottom of a daily profile, 30.75. We don't know if that's a real breakdown. You need 2 consecutive bars to do that. Price is trading into a little doji-style hammer candle. That's back on the trading day of March the 5th, and that low is 28.04. So right now, the entry into a hammer candle would be somewhere about halfway into the wick. So I can't do the math, but that would be somewhere in between about 31.17 and 28.04. So that's one possibility. It's not great to see price breaking below that support level. You can see a larger A to B equals CD to the downside that I have here that's got $25. Maybe that's where your $25 is coming from. I don't know, but we both have around 25 as one potential possibility. But price is going to have to get below that hammer candle. We know the expression, if you're long, you're wrong, if you see a close below the bottom of a hammer candle. You got the weekly profile. That's at the 27.29 level. And below that, that says 18.10. Now let's pull over my white background charts. Those were our profiles. Let's pull over our white background charts, see if there's any additional information that HD, I, and you can glean from this. Well, we don't have any real bottoming signal. We don't have a bottoming signal, meaning we don't have a TD9 count. We don't have a Rhodes Momentum Indicator. We don't have a Chapman Wave number 7. We don't have the A to B equals CD. And the next breakout level inside of CGC would be 24.91. Still, you've got the bottom of that hammer candle to watch. Not that they can't fail, but you know that's where your strong support level is. On a weekly basis, On a weekly basis out here, what do we have? Not much, nothing to provide us any additional information out there. So what you're going to have to do here, without any kind of bottoming signal pattern on a daily basis, other than that $25 A to B equals CD, you're going to probably have to go to short-term time frame charts if you see some type of movement to the upside in canopy growth. So the first thing you'd have to see on a 30-minute basis is some type of close above its oscillator and change line. You can see how this basically has contained price ever since about 11 o'clock in the morning on April Fool's Day. So that oscillator and change line is really working well for you on the 30-minute time frame. If you get a close above it, does it guarantee that you got to change in trend? No, but right now you don't even have any of that. That says, don't be looking at taking a long position today. That's where I would likely go with this. If you get a TD9 count, you're in bar number, well, let me update this. Yeah, you're in bar number 8 right now, but it's not the low of the pattern. But you could theoretically, if you see a move below the price point of $29.90. So if it moves below $29.90 or $29.97 right now, between now, so really between 139 and 2, between 1 and 2, then at least on a short-term basis, you would have some type of short-term bottom. But is that the type of bottom to go enter into the trade? No. So let's leave your $25 level right now as a price target. Let's not get in at the $29 or the $30 level because of where price is trading below that daily profile. And just keep a close eye on it, and then to reach back out to me over the coming sessions, and happy to take a look at it. So HD, I hope that helps you out with regard to canopy growth out there. LB writes in. And LB wants to take a look at ticker symbol UEC. Let's go see what UEC is. That is, Uranium Corp. Uranium Energy Corp. I wrote about UEC a few days ago, and at that time it was testing the 371 level, maybe 317. Well, 371, probably the upside. The test failed. Can you please look at it now and give me your current thoughts on where we are headed? So, right now, what you're looking at is price is trading back inside its daily profile. So it broke out above it. We had 3 sessions above that. Watch 317 because if price closes back above this today, you know that is a real strong support level. Because you're back in the profile, Lee, it's very possible price could pull back to 284. That's where both buyers and sellers believe there's fair value between 252 and 317. Any close below 284, you're looking at 252. Price is above the weekly and the monthly profiles, so there's nothing there for you and I to hang our hats on. Let's come take a look at the daily time frame for UEC, see if there's any kind of pattern out here. Voila, there is. But nothing really that's been confirmed. So price is below the top of the daily profile, and right now trading below its green oscillator and change line, which is priced at 315. So if price closes below 315, Lee, odds favor making that move to 285, 252, or even 189. We're not at the 189 level, but that is the breakout area. That's the current breakout area, and that would become a price target at any move below 252. So we're going to have to go with that 252, 285 range. On a weekly basis, you got wave number 7 in place. Prices pulled back. Its downside target would be 269. So you got 269 thereabouts, 269, 252 to 285. That's your range, 252, 285, 269 with regard to ticker symbol UEC. And UEC, again, is Uranium Energy Corp. So I hope that helps you out. Thank you so much for taking the time to write in. Let's go to our next question out here. The next question coming in from Hector and the fuel injectors. And Hector wants to go take a look at FB, Facebook out here. So let's go look at Facebook. And Hector's specific question, Facebook is broken out of its consolidation rectangle since August. What is your projection to the top? We have measured move to about 360. It seems to me like, Hector, you've got this all figured out. So you don't need my help. But here is, in essence, the consolidation. Much easier, I think, to go ahead and put that together on the weekly time frame chart. So let's begin by doing that. as we take a look at the consolidation, let's come in here and let's measure this. And by doing that, we're going to take a look at consolidation at about this level right here up to about this area. So we're going to say that this is your consolidation pattern. We could move it a little bit lower if we wanted to, but you really want to see a close above this week. It's a weekly pattern we're looking at, 304.67. You're at 311 right now. So assuming this is it's a weekly chart, assuming this is a consolidation breakout, then your measured move, it's going to be equal to or greater than, is going to take you up into the 364 level, 364. And that's what you would be looking at inside of Facebook. Now, let's just take a look at the daily time frame chart with my other tool, my other white background charts out here, and let's see what we see. Let's actually populate it. Today's going to be bar number 7 of a TD9 count. So that says you could see a short-term top form between Thursday and next Monday. Could see that. So I've got your price projection. You had a great job out there, Hector and Patty, and best of luck to you on your trade inside of Facebook. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be back in just a few.
Hi folks, this is Tom O'Brien. The printing presses are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The U.S. deficit has risen 200% in 1 year with no end in sight. The markets are looking for an additional stimulus bill to get us through this once-in-a-generation pandemic. There is no free lunch, folks. The more stimulus dollars put into the marketplace, the less your dollar's worth each and every day. This is the time to protect yourself with a portion of your portfolio in the metal market. The Gold Report comes out each Monday morning. I bisect and dissect the dollar, silver, gold, the XAU, and the HUI. The Gold Report is a long-term hedge against the dilution of your buying power. The U.S. has put more than $6 trillion into the marketplace in the last 6 months, with more expected in the next few months. The market did and does need a stimulus, but it will have long-term implications on our buying power. The Gold Report comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to TFNN.com and order the Gold Report now. Protect your buying power. Order the Gold Report now.
You could be making money off the stock market. And if you're already making money off the stock market, you could be making a lot more. Check out TFNN and Tiger TV and get expert investing advice to give you the power to control your financial future. Go to TFNN.com and find the newsletter for you. Whether you're into trading gold, metals, futures, currencies, or options, you'll get advice and analysis to help you seriously get ahead. TFNN also features trading services with a 30-day money-back guarantee for new subscribers, as well as TFNN's Tiger Den trading room, trading software, and educational webinars for all trading levels. And make sure you check out Tiger TV for free on TFNN.com or TFNN's YouTube channel for live financial content from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern on market days. Stop watching on the sidelines while other people get rich and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's off 21, S&P down 30 cents, NASDAQ 100, the only one that is green, up $2.50. Let's go to our next question. Next question coming in from our YouTube channel. This is for Stash. Stash wants to take a look at Altria Group. The ticker symbol there is MO. And what we can see here is it's running right into resistance, Stash. So you've got a resistance level of 51.77. That is your monthly top of profile. And 51.44. That is your daily top of profile. So you know where the sellers are. They're hanging out right there. Price is back inside that daily profile, and that sets up price could move back to the 49.19, 50.03 level. Below that, you're looking at 39 to 33. Are we making that call yet? No, we're not. Let's take this one step at a time. Let's put up the white background charts for Altria, MO. We can see this has formed a Rhodes momentum indicator top. That suggests that price should make its way back, and price trading below the oscillator on change line. Price should make its way back to 49.19 to 50.03. If price were to close below 49.19, 44.08 becomes the price target. That is its TD9 breakout level, 44.08. That's what the daily time frame chart says. The weekly time frame chart tells us what? Tells us that we have a TD9 top that occurred at TD9 breakdown resistance. That was in the 51.78, 52.45 level. Valid top says price should pull back to test the oscillator and change line. That's at 47.55. The monthly time frame does not have a topping signal other than just running into resistance. That was the top of the profile out there. On a 30-minute basis, let's see if this thing is busting through any breakout support levels. And the answer is it has not yet. So the level to be watching on the 30-minute time frame at the moment is going to be 50.19. If you see a close below that, that could suggest to you that the change in trend to the downside, those lower figures we looked at, are absolutely in play out here. Otherwise, pulling back and testing 50.19 would just be natural. That's just pulling back to its 30-minute breakout level. So again, real quickly here, back to the daily time frame. You've got topping signals. You've got that on the weekly. This is suggesting that price pulls back to 49.19 to 50.03. And, of course, below that, you've got the lower figures. So I hope that helps you out. That, again, was Stash inside our YouTube channel. The next request, that's coming in from YouTube as well. I think this is the only other one we've got out there. So our phone lines are open. I see one other one that has come in. But this is coming from Rich. Rich at YouTube wants to take a look at Bitcoin and Riot. Let's go take a look at Bitcoin. Let's pull over just simply my futures charts out here. Let's look at the daily time frame. The daily time frame for Bitcoin, this is a June contract. We've got a valid TD9 count pattern here. Price is consolidating sideways. It's already pulled back to test its first key level of support. That was 52.814. There's not anything present on a daily time frame to suggest that that's not what it's going to do again. 52.814, 51.249, 49.685, and finally 48.120. 48.120 is the last bastion of support on any kind of a pullback. You've got a consolidation moving sideways, so watch that 52.814 level. If we look at the 30-minute time frame chart here for Bitcoin, that looks pretty ugly, doesn't it? Yeah, we're not going to really spend a lot of time looking at this, just simply based on the way this trades. So we're going to have to go with the larger time frame, the daily time frame out here with regard to Bitcoin. So I hope that that helps you out. Now let's go take a look at Riot. RIOT is the ticker symbol. And Riot is just consolidating with inside its daily profile out here. Now, this profile formed above the prior profile, which formed above the prior profile. Again, we're looking at daily profiles out here. And that actually gives you a bullish trend message. Now, if you're looking for an entry point into Riot, that would then suggest the bottom of its profile, 44.87. We can see that on the last pullback with inside its daily profile, that occurred on March 25th, and that was a test of the support of the bottom of the profile. The newer profile has formed, so we're going to suggest that this third time here is a charm, and we'll go with 44.87. If price closes below 44.87, well, then that spells trouble in River City. So that's what we see when we take a look at Riot, Blockchain Inc., RIOT is the ticker symbol, and I hope that that helps you out. We've got, Rich was also looking for the dollar and gold. Let's go to Jim C's question out here. Jim wants to take a look at gold on the 5-hour time frame. Jim says, Steve, if I recall correctly, your charts support the 5-hour time frame. They do. I wonder if you could look at the relevant counts on the 5-hour for gold and the resistance levels on the daily. Thanks for all you do. Absolutely. So here is the 5-hour time frame. And how am I going to do the? I know how I can do that. So here's the 5-hour time frame. And on a 5-hour time frame, well, it's almost a 5-hour time frame. Let me actually update this template here so the oscillator and change line is correct. So let's just do that. It'll take just a second to do. And I think it takes just a second. There you go. Voila. So here's your 5-hour time frame, Jim. What we can see is that its message is bullish. Why is that? Well, first, there was a TD9 count pattern that formed a couple days ago, looks like. This formed on the trading day of, it was 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It was on April Fool's Day. Price closed above that about 1 day later. That was on April the 5th out here, and price was above that TD9 count, negating that pattern, which really just a sideways, hiccup-ish type move. So that's a strong momentum move. The next thing that we can see out here is that the oscillator and change line changed from red to green. It did this back at about 5 o'clock in the afternoon on April the 5th. Well, yesterday, at about 9 o'clock this morning, that was our first test. That tells us of an eventual test of price in the OUL. That is a bullish outcome, a test and rejection out here. Now, price is struggling at resistance. That's where the sellers are at. That's at 1741.90 to be exact, and we can be exact out here because we have our TAS market profiles. So if price can close above that, but because there's a three-river evening star, really what price needs to do to resume its move higher, you need to see it close above 1746.70. Do you have a topping pattern out here? We do not. So everything remains bullish unless support fails. And on a 5-hour time frame, that simply has not happened. With regard to current counts, there is no current count for you to be concerned with out here, and the 5-hour chart continues to look good for Goldilocks. As far as the daily time frame, this is how we'll bleed into the other question here from Rich in our YouTube channel. Hopefully I've got this up, and if I do, great, and if I don't, well, not so great. But let's see if I'm lucky. Am I lucky today? Oh, man, I am. I love living lucky. In fact, I have a couple of hats that I wear that, in fact, say that exact same thing. So you want the daily time frame. Let's do this here. Stevie's going to be cute and try to do this. We're going to change to a different screen, and we don't have to move everything over. And that different screen here takes a look at the daily time frame for gold as well as the daily time frame for the U.S. dollar index, although my U.S. dollar index chart does look accurate. It's accurate with regard to maybe where price is trading, but in any event, let's take a look at gold. So when we take a look at gold out here, price is trading above the top of its daily profile, so that's a positive. It's just slightly above it, but there's really a consolidation, or appears to be a consolidation pattern that's in play. That consolidation pattern looks like this. We'll go ahead and draw it in as soon as we get this rectangle here activated, and we're going to say the consolidation is, let's use this. Going to go to a breakout there, but there's your consolidation pattern, and if price can clear this, it hasn't yet, still trading with inside that consolidation, you're looking at a move up into the 1820-ish type range out there. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be back. We'll finish off, take a look at gold on the daily basis and the U.S. dollar index.
Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
The technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology that shapes today's markets and tomorrow's future. David White has made his living staying on the cutting edge of technology. His weekly newsletter will give you specific recommendations for value tech stocks, as well as entry prices, target prices, and stops to set for each trade. Dave delivers his weekly newsletters every Friday with updates throughout the week. You can get the Technology Insider at TFNN.com for only $37.50. Sign up for David's newsletter, The Technology Insider, and get an inside look at everything the technology sector has to offer. Try it risk-free today with our 30-day money-back guarantee. TFNN, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. So to properly answer Rich's question with regard to the dollar and gold, we've shifted over to my black background, my e-signal charts out here. Now, inside the e-signal application, I can stitch together each of the contracts, each of the futures contracts, to provide me, and this is not the continuous contract out here, so it has a mechanism to create this synthetic version, composite version of a symbol out there. Now, it's really great with regard to the profiles. The problem is that it generates different profile levels than let's say the current contract, such as June inside of gold. So the question you would have is which one is correct. They're both correct, but this is going to provide you and I with a better understanding. This is going to give you and I a little bit of a competitive edge. And a competitive edge is a good thing to have. Now, when we take a look at gold, so on the very left-hand side, you've got gold. Next to it, you've got silver. Next to that, you've got the U.S. dollar index. Focus on gold and the U.S. dollar index right now. What do we see about gold? What has it done? What did it do yesterday? What is it doing today? It got right up to resistance, 1744.80, and that was the end of the move so far. And we can also see it's a clear consolidation pattern inside of gold. When we take a look at the U.S. dollar index, there's no consolidation pattern out here. But what we did see yesterday, what we have seen today, is prices pulled back to test the bottom of that profile, 92.28, which I believe is the same bottom of its profile on the U.S. dollar index, whether I'm using my synthetic contract or I'm using the June contract out here. But what we know right now is that this could be the extent of the move in gold. If the U.S. dollar index holds here at 92.28, gold being in this consolidation pattern may take a trip all the way back down to the 1684 level. May. We don't have a signal yet to support that. I think we looked at the 30-minute time frame, or if we didn't, I've looked at it, and I can tell you we don't have anything to support that idea just yet. In fact, if anything, gold bounced off of the 30-minute support level earlier this morning. So it leaves us in kind of this state of flux. But what we do know are the key levels to be watching. 1744.80 in gold, 92.28 for the U.S. dollar index. And I've just thrown silver in here just as an extra bonus. We can see that prices run into resistance. That's a descending trend line out there. So I hope that helps you out with regard to Goldilocks, the U.S. dollar index. And we went ahead and threw in a little bit of a bonus there. And that bonus was the chart for silver. Let's go take a look at the next question. The next question is coming from John in the Tiger's Den. And John wants to take a look at natural gas. And the question is, do we see any kind of bottoming signals out here? So let's do this here. Let's go find my natural gas contracts. They are right here. Well, this is one version to take a look at it. So here you've got the May contract. That's the active contract right now. We've got May, June, July, August, September. You can see them all up top. And then down below, you can see the bottom. So the question is there anything here to suggest that there's a possible bottom inside of natural gas? Answer that question for me right now, real quickly. Yes, of course there is. What do you mean, of course there is, Steve-O? Well, look, rising and descending trend lines, they act as support and resistance. Yesterday, you saw a little bit of crap. You saw a little bit of a crack, I should say, a little bit of a crack of that descending, of that rising trend line, and today you're right back above it. Suggests that yesterday's move was a false move. Now, as far as the upside potential out here, well, you've got to take into consideration that's the strong descending trend lines as well. No idea whether or not price will be able to break through that level, but that's what you should be watching because you can see how well they have held out here. So yes, is there any kind of a signal? We just look at these charts here to suggest that natural gas may have bottom, at least short-term bottom is how I would take a look at it. And there you go. You've got the answer. Now, if we go take a look at this, is going to require a little bit of a shift here. No problem. We're getting pretty decent at this. So here's our shift. Now we've got our intra-session, intraday, as well as long-term. If you take a look at natural gas, now here I've got the continuous contract. You can see as long as price holds the 241 level, potential for a bottom out there. The weekly time frame, really no bottom signal other than prices trading back towards the bottom of that weekly profile at 243. So it hasn't broken it. So we can say, okay, yeah, sure. The daily time frame, that's the bummer out here. The daily time frame does not have any kind of a bottoming signal. None that I can come up with. No A to B equals, well, there is an A to B equals CD pattern out here. I can't draw it in. I can draw it in on my other charts. But the A point up here where it says E and B, the B point is where it says this letter A. The C point is that retracement up there. So certainly there is an A to B equals CD, and you've got another confirmation with the bull sash candle. But, John, what you really need to see here is a close above the oscillator and change line. The oscillator and change line is printing right now at 2.549. You would like to see price get above that to then say, okay, maybe I go attack some of the other higher profile levels. That's a daily time frame chart. Typically, when you get some type of bottom, not always, but typically, you see bottoming signals on the intraday time frames. You see them on the 300-minute, on the 240-minute, on the 120-minute, on the 30-minute, on the 15-minute. Do we have any of those here? And the answer is no, we don't. We do not. Now, what we do have, at least on a 15-minute basis, and you'll watch this, is a slight change in trend signal. What do you mean, Steve-O? 2.526 was the TD9 breakdown level on a 15-minute chart. We're trading right now at 2.535. If price can hold the 2.526 area, and if price can clear 2.541, again, 15-minute, very short term, but right now we've got to look to the short term, that would be a positive. That would most certainly say stay with the trade and watch 2.57. And it's a 15-minute chart that's the only intra-session time frame chart that's giving you that kind of signal yet. If you look at the 30-minute, its TD9 breakdown level is 2.565. So you'd like to see price trade above, close above that in order to suggest that, okay, you might be on to something out there. So, it's got potential. Watch those descending trend lines. Watch those breakdown areas out there. And best of luck to you on that trade. That was for John inside our Tiger's Den. The phone lines are open. Of course, we're about a minute. We go to a break, and then I think we come back and do a 2-minute session. So maybe not the best. Let's see if we've got any other questions. We don't. So let's just surf around. Let's do surfing around the charts out here. What do we want to look at? We haven't looked at this chart, I don't believe. This here is our daily profiles. We take a look at the ES Mini. A to B equals C to the upside, 41.10 being the initial 1-to-1 price projection. 41.83 more likely the target. The NQ, initial price projection of 13.699, 13.750 level. The Dow, Day number 3 above the top of its daily profile. Its A to B equals CD pattern. Oh, you don't see it. Sorry about that. See, I said I was getting good, but not really that good, right? Here we go. Thank you, Mr. Bill. Love the wingmen and wing women that we've got. Now we've got the charts out here. So again, the ES mini, you can see the A to B equals CD patterns for the ES and Q and the YM. Russell 2000 does not have an A to B equals CD pattern, at least not yet. Could form one, but the others do. And the Dow, which is what we were talking about last out there, that's got a price target, initial price target, 34,662 out here. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be back to wrap things up in just a few minutes.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Markets can rise and fall like the tides. Subscribe to Basil Chapman's newsletter, The Opening Call, and you too can ride the wave. Basil Chapman is an authority in technical analysis. His Chapman Wave trading system has been helping traders identify trends and capitalize on momentum in the markets since 1984. TFNN invites you to test Basil's proprietary Chapman Wave trading methodology with a monthly subscription to the Opening Call newsletter for only $149. Your subscription to the Opening Call comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, as well as daily market updates on key indexes, stocks, and commodities. Ride the wave! Sign up for the Opening Call risk-free today.
Introducing Primal Edge.
Today, it's even more important to take a supplement that complements your health. Primal Edge is specifically formulated to boost your immune system and help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Our early ancestors found all their nutritional requirements in the wild environment. But today, our food sources don't contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that we need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based, vitamins, minerals, fatty and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated humic and fulvic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, without them, life cannot exist.
That's right, Ellen. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge. Just $89 exclusively at TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back. Dow's down 13, S&P up 2, NASDAQ 100 up 27 points. So we take a look at these charts out here, these charts being our daily profile charts. Everything looks very bullish, and suggests, we talk about the A to B equals CD price projection, just the one-to-one inside of the Dow is up at the 34,662 area. However, we talked about this on Monday when we were last together, and we're noticing that we have a rising bottoms pattern potential inside the spot volatility index. The number to be watching today on a closing basis is 1733. If the spot volatility index closes below 1733, this pattern will be negated. Remember we said we looked at it on Monday, that was kind of like day 1, day 2 out here. We said that's not going to make a divergence. We got to watch this over the next couple of days. Watch 1733. If the spot volatility index closes above that, we still have the rising bottoms pattern. You can see other rising bottoms spot volatility index patterns on this chart here, bottom panel, along with a rising price in the S&P 500. And so as bullish as things look, we still have to be on guard here. You've always got to be on guard, but more so now with regard to this pattern. It gets negated at 1733. And if that happens, then the patterns we just looked at with regard to those A to B equals CD, those are more easily come to fruition out there. And the reason to be cautious is this. Now, here are the U.S. indices, the index ETFs, the Diamond Spies, Qs, IW, and the 4 equity future contracts. And here we've got the daily, the weekly, and the monthly time frames. And I've got my Rhodes Momentum Indicator signals. Those will say top or bottom signals. These all say top signals. I'm not just scanning only for tops out here. You've got your TD9 counts. Bars 8, 9, bar following 9 that would have a star next to it. That can be a top. You can see we've got plenty of signals on the daily basis between Chapman Wave, TD9, Rhodes Momentum Indicator signals, the same on the weekly. And guess what? Many on the monthly as well. So this just suggests caution. Right now, everything looks bullish out there. But let's just be on guard, folks. And to be on guard, stay tuned for 2 more great hours today. Favorite polar bears up next. Tom O'Brien to take us on home. I'll be with you, likely tomorrow. And have a wonderful Wednesday.